Hello and welcome back to Kadri Talks Football. Today we're talking about a lot of things that are happening in the world. United's new manager, Liverpool's new manager, Chelsea's new manager, Arsenal's shit manager, and a lot of things. I'm joined with a couple of boys that think they know football. And we will be discussing everything we need to discuss today. So please like, comment, subscribe to all of the nice things. And yeah, let's get into the video. Well, okay, well, actually, let me introduce everyone. So I'm sure, well, you guys on my channel
Why?
have seen Dennis already. He was a United fan that had the worst takes you can ever have in your life. We have Samad, another United fan. His takes are not too bad. And then we have Waji, a Liverpool fan, an embarrassment to our establishment, but we take him like that.
I mean, I have the best takes, but we move.
But anyway, guys, let's get into the video. Our first thing is I mean, it's been 2 days now since this guy started his new job. So what do you guys think about Amorim? You know what? I'll start. Me personally, I think for the first time, like my instincts, my spider senses are telling me that United have gotten the right guy, and I really hope I'm wrong. But what do you guys think?
Um,
Mm.
First of all, I've known you for how many years now? About almost 10 years. Your spider senses are always wrong. That's the first thing. Let's just establish that. But because of the topic and because it's Amorim, United are back. That's all I have to say.
Bruh,
Good coach.
my
I mean,
Shit.
we go do seconds. We are going to do like a second charge, a charge to the season, charge to the title. Sorry, I thought I said charge to the season. Charge to the title for the second half of the season. Every time I want to talk. Sorry, no guys.
Second half of the season, we're doing a title charge.
Title
That's what you're
charge.
title
trying to say.
charge, second half of the season.
Oh,
That's
yeah. We're just like, what, 13 points off the table. Easy. 13 points by my math, 3 point per game. That's given like, what, 4
how,
games?
how did Andrew Tate even say it again in that Manchester accent? We're doing a charge in the second half of the season.
Exactly that.
You guys,
Personally, I
you
think
guys, you
man, you
guys
are
are
like,
outrageous. Like
No, guys,
what?
well, I'm just joking, Shabo.
Oh,
Just
I'm not joking.
the
No,
Yeah,
excitement, you get me?
you might be joking. But yeah, obviously it's good to have him. I think no homo, but first of all, he's a very sexy manager. Um, that's the first thing.
brother, brother.
Two, he's young, and I feel like everyone in the team that the age of the manager usually has either a very positive effect or negative side effect. But I think in this case, it's going to have a very positive effect because we've had different level of managers, like great managers, very respectable managers, and he's like a younger manager that is mostly just stepping into his management career, and he's also a very recent ex-professional footballer. He he has a good experience so far with making Sporting Lisbon compete with other Portuguese teams like Porto and Benfica, and also this season he's the only manager that is unbeaten in the top 5 leagues from what I know so far. And
that's not facts.
It's Portugal in the top five leagues too.
sorry, say that
No,
again.
It's Portugal in the
Portugal.
top five
I
leagues
mean, first
too.
of all, that fact is wrong. Bayern Munich are unbeaten, Juventus are unbeaten, and Sporting are not in the top five leagues. So
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
he has not
started
lost any.
lying.
He has not. He has not lost any league games. So, but so far it all looks good. And also, I was talking to YB about this, one of our friends, and I've kind of think that before the start of this season, based on the transfers that we signed, I think the senior management at Ineos knew that he was going to come in. I genuinely believe that because the fact that we signed three defenders, especially signing two centre backs that potentially can start in a team like United, I think they knew that they were going to bring a manager in that was going to play three at the back.
wait,
I genuinely
wait.
believe
So
that.
are you saying
Mm.
without Amorim coming in, you did not need centre backs?
We did it. We needed centre backs, but we did not need in a way, two starting centre backs or two centre backs that can start.
Which of your centre backs did you think were starters before these two came in? Which two were you proud of that one of them would start for you?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like Martinez is a definite starter. So it was a case of signing one more starter and like a backup centre back.
Which was what you did. You signed an 18-year-old.
Yeah, but I don't think we were signing a backup centre back for what, 70 million or whatever
But you
amount
said
we
it
signed him.
yourself. He's the Mbappe of defenders. He's coming. He's for the future. He definitely isn't for now. You cannot tell me that you was coming in now to start for Manchester United.
I genuinely believe that if he wasn't injured, he would have been starting regularly. He wasn't coming in to come and sit on the bench. I don't believe he was coming in to come and sit on the bench because then in that case he would have probably just waited for Madrid to come and get him.
He was going to wait for Madrid, but Madrid were not going to pay what Lille were asking.
That's a rumor, but I don't 100% believe that. Obviously, yeah, United definitely paid a higher fee regardless, but I think one of the selling points to probably the player was that, look, you have a genuine starting spot in this team. And I think that's essentially why we signed him. Yeah. Again, it's not facts.
Obviously it's not a wild shout. Not because technically he could be more, not even could be. He's more talented than every centre back you have. But I don't think they were planning on throwing an 18-year-old in. I think it was there was rotation in mind, like all the competitions you guys are in, and plus you guys you have the most injury-prone centre backs for some reason. So he was always going to play a lot of games.
Okay, but he was definitely going to play a lot of games.
Yeah,
there was no way he was going to like come in and not play.
But anyway, fair enough. I don't think the signings that were made were because Amorim was coming. I don't think United even knew or thought about Amorim until they sacked Ten Hag. Because if not, there would have been a deal in place. But they went to Amorim. Amorim said it himself. He said they wanted him now, and that's why, like, left him, he would have finished the season with Sporting. But the United were like, they need him now, whatever. So the deal only happened now. The signings are definitely not his signings, and I'm pretty sure he's going to come and bring in his own players.
Oh no, every manager is going to bring in their own players always. But if you look at it, it's a known fact that during the transfer window, United was shopping around for a new manager, but they couldn't find one. One of the ones that we knew that they definitely went for was Tuchel, and it didn't work out.
But do you not see how crazy that is? They were searching for a new manager and they didn't find one. And then suddenly, when their current manager starts flopping, they find a new manager.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying. That's just what I'm trying to marry up, because the fact that the speed at which we got Amorim was very quick. It looked like they already knew that if Ten Hag was getting sacked, this was the guy that was going to come in.
And they would have been in the plans, because it's not like they have been hearing his name since the summer, so they've definitely been in the plans.
So that's what I'm saying.
I don't think like they bought those players thinking that Amorim is coming in. Exactly. They bought those players thinking Ten Hag might be able to find something with them. And
I don't, to be honest, in the way that the whole Ten Hag thing changed. First of all, the fact that they went for another new manager is evident that they didn't have confidence in Ten Hag. Secondly, he only got a 1-year extension.
Yeah,
so it was a case of like, we're gonna see what you can do, but your job is not safe.
New establishment, they saw how poor he performed. He won a trophy to cover up all the cracks. They were obviously putting it out there that they need the team to improve. They need the coaching to improve. And they were thinking, even if it doesn't improve, they would have 1 year with him and then farewell. That was basically what the whole 1 year extension.
That was probably, that they probably were thinking they will roll it out with this year. Let's see how it goes throughout this year. And if it doesn't go well, we just let him go. But because it was so bad to them, they're like, okay,
bad. They were like,
got to let him go now.
But okay, fair enough.
What I'd like to touch on in terms of Rúben Amorim are like kind of the players he would probably try to bring into the club, or even the players that are here now. How is he going to set up and stuff? We've all learned about the three at the back and all that. How exactly is it going to go? Is it going to execute it, especially with the players that he has now? What's it like? What the players is going to use?
Yeah, personally, I think you have like 3 years before they start competing for the title. Based on personally, I think he's a good coach. His style of play is very he has like it demands like a lot of intensity, and I feel like there's only a limited number of players in Man U that will probably execute what he wants in terms of intensity, the leadership that he also wants. Plus, I actually think Maguire will probably be like a good starting base for him because Maguire has played in the back three before now, and it was actually like really, really good.
But
I
Or
don't
am I
think
tripping?
I don't think Maguire will be bad actually because we're Dennis is shaking
Yeah,
his head.
I'm shaking
I
my
think
head
I
because I think Maguire is the fourth centre back in the pecking
I
order.
think I think
First of
yeah,
all,
that's
Maguire
probably
goes to
true.
first or second right now once
no,
no,
definitely
Amorim
not.
comes in.
100%
not
not.
I
because of
think not
quality, not
because
because of
of
ability, but
because of
leadership.
how he fits into the system. I feel like Maguire will slot in easily and it will like even in terms of
Yeah.
like
But then
leadership
if
that he
Maguire is
wants.
going to start, then that's Delete going off.
So
Maguire,
that's the first thing I was
no,
gonna say. See the
Okay.
first thing, the first
Okay.
thing, the first thing um that has come out from Amorim is intensity, blah blah blah, this and that. Delete is a very intense defender. Martinez is not getting dropped for whatever reason. It's between Euro.
I'll tell
It's
you one reason
between.
why I could get dropped. Though.
I think Martinez might
I'll
get
tell you
dropped.
one reason why I could get dropped.
I
Martinez
mean,
is actually the
I,
defender I think
let
will get dropped.
let's
I
hear
don't
from
think he will
Samad.
get dropped right now.
Samad, you were actually going to make a point before we focused on the setup. Like, just say what you wanted to say, and then
Exactly because I might not remember exactly. Before the
I mean,
setup,
you were just trying to give maybe summarize what you feel about the appointment and how he's going to set up with United and for all of us.
I no, I just like I feel like with appointments like it's a smart one, Cha. It's one thing that you can think about. Like they went into the Portugal, they went to Portugal, looked at the guy that it's in that United has had like good relationship with. Like players have gotten from there. I might be looking at it in a different view. But players have gotten from Sporting, they've always played well for United. So it's maybe like good luck or something. But like yeah, it's good to look at it that way as well. They the way I feel about it in terms of like my spirit about it, I think it's gonna be a good signing. Like I don't know how long, like well, in terms of how long it's going to take us to win the title, or when it's going to happen. But I think that eventually it's something that we can achieve something. Police said 3 years, no problem.
I said
I
three
But
plus,
don't even think. I mean,
three plus, because you need to offload
before
so
we
many players.
before we even get into that,
Hmm?
okay, what about the Martinez thing? You were trying to say he might not be able to fit
so
in.
with Martinez now, like
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like I've watched a lot of sporting. I watched the Man City game only. That's like the only sporting game I've seen. But like I've watched all these like YouTube and all these things. They talk about how the defenders, and if you look at the defenders that he actually has playing like the right hand side, right center back and left center back, they tend to be quite athletic. Then that's why I think Maguire can slot in the middle. That's why I say that Maguire or Delete. Like Maguire or Delete in the middle will be fine. And Delete can probably go out to the right sometimes. But like in terms of like the left side, if when Martinez gets pulled out to like the wing areas, it suffers. Whether whether I'm not saying he's not, but like since he's been playing left back, there's been a little bit of improvements there. But when he gets pulled to, he suffers. But like there are things that Martinez for sure on the ball. You're
So
getting like
so yeah, I
being
quite
on.
true.
I quite agree with what you're saying about Martinez. But what I just wanted to ask was, is Maguire better 1v1 as well? Either.
No, but Maguire will be in the middle and he can be
Yeah,
protected.
Maguire is going
He can
to
protect
be
them from all of
the.
that. From
It's
So
that,
either
you
going
don't so you
it's either
don't
going
think
to be
Euro is going to
Maguire
have a
or
spot?
Delete.
I think Euro plays on the right hand side, the right centre back. I think Euro right centre back. I think the little Maguire should be in the middle, and then now on the left should be Martinez because that's the only choice that we do have. Or if you want to consider Luke Shaw, those are the only
Yeah,
choices that we have.
the
On the
thing
right
is,
hand side, I think
okay.
this guy can also play there. What's his name? Mazraoui. Because if you look at the fullbacks, he tends to need his fullbacks to like go up and down, like really like you need a lot of energy. Mazraoui has started brilliant, and I don't want him to
Mazarawi
go.
is going to be a certified wing
I,
back.
I think
Left, right is not going to be in that back three. He's going to be as a wing back,
I don't
100%.
think you guys have any issues with wing backs. I think in fact the people you have are wing backs, not even full backs. So
I
okay, we'll
actually
see.
feel like we do need a left wing back because I don't know, and
Definitely.
that's where Samar made a good point about Luke Shaw actually coming in because we've seen Luke Shaw play a centre back, left centre back for a while, so he might slot into that left side maybe if Martinez is injured or Martinez is not playing well, but I don't know for some reason I'm not looking. I can't picture Luke Shaw as a left wing back. I don't
That's
know
Anthony
why.
Pedro now.
That
I
Liverpool,
I
I
think
think he's going to use Garnacho.
I
I
think
I
don't
it's
think
know.
Luke.
I don't see Garnacho.
I don't see Garnacho.
I've been
I don't
seeing
see
11.
I
I
don't
do
think
not see Garnacho.
I don't think Garnacho would even want to
wants
settle
to
for that
defend.
role. But
I
I
don't think he
think
wants to
Anthony
defend.
will play there.
Hmm.
You were gonna say Anthony, and I know everybody's been making jokes, but I actually do
It's
not see Anthony as well.
it's not
I
a joke.
don't
Me,
see.
I am serious. Like
And,
Amorim said
and,
it himself. He said he considers his wing backs as wingers.
Mhm.
So he's not necessarily killing you with defensive duties. He just wants somebody that is going to put in the work on that wing. And
and
I
Anthony
think
would too.
Anthony will do.
We have never seen Anthony on the other side ever.
It does not mean that you cannot try it.
I mean, the right hand side usually uses like a left-footed player apparently. So maybe, but
So
I
that's what I'm
don't.
saying. Like obviously the right hand side is gonna be a
That,
left-footed player, but we've never seen Anthony on
that's
that.
probably if he's going to do that,
No,
probably going to be Ahmad anyway.
yes, that's going to be Ahmad.
But
Nobody's
I
taking
think
Ahmad's
I
position,
think
in my
Ahmad
own
should play in the
opinion.
10 though. I think it should be Ahmad, Bruno, and the striker option right now. As of right now, I think it should be Rashford. But other people
Is
myself, I think it should be Rashford as a right. Like at this moment where we are speaking, it should be Rashford. You can
But
maybe then start breaking in all. I don't know if Zex is going to make it to the team shot
does
as a
Rashford
nine.
want to be a striker? That's the question. But
That's the question. I know.
anyway,
But the thing is, the kind of to be like just to move on from this point, the kind of striker that Amorim would want in that top is not like a
I feel like you
holding
would like,
striker. It's like a
yeah.
striker that runs through the channels, and Rashford just thrive from that. From time to
I
yeah.
time, he
feel
doesn't have to pay to his back to go.
So
So he
we've
might
I think
actually.
we've
I
all
think
seen
Oilo cost to be the best to be a striker. That
I don't know.
running the channel
Actually,
type, long ball
I think it's
type player.
Rashford because we've seen Rashford play as a striker. We've seen Rashford thrive as a striker. The problem isn't that Rashford cannot play as a striker. The problem is Rashford does not
He
want to
does
play
not
as a
want to
striker. It's the
striker.
same with
No, but
Mbappe.
this is actually the way I see. I see Rashford,
That's the only
Bruno.
thing that will
I
save
see
his career right now, in my own
I see
opinion.
Rashford, Bruno, and Højlund, and I see Rashford and Højlund turning into like a two, and then Bruno into that 10 position,
You know what? That
and
makes
then
sense actually.
It makes
Because
sense. It does make sense.
I was
But
looking at
then
two
are you
midfielder
going to split
types.
them? Are you splitting like the strikers? Are they going to
so
go?
it's going to be kind of fluid. So it depends on if he plays defenders as the fullbacks or if he plays wingers as the fullbacks. Because the way I see it is that in attack and in defense is obviously going to be different. In my opinion, defending in a 3-5-2 is easier than defending in a 3-4, whatever. So the way I see is that in attack, it's going to be if there's one winger and one defender on the wing backs, that winger becomes an attacker, an actual inside forward, and Rashford also comes in, Bruno comes in behind, and it kind of turns into like but basically you have four attackers basically when you're attacking. I don't know how that's kind of the way I see my head. And I just, for some reason, I see Rashford there. I don't know about Ahmad because Ahmad defensively is not particularly intense. Obviously, against the game against Leicester, he did show some, should I say, intensity or aggressiveness for a second goal. So it's going to be very interesting because the players, I know United players, they always do this rubbish where at the start of a new manager, they always try and fight for their place. And when they see that it's not looking fun anymore, they just sack the manager. They just start playing rubbish and they sack the manager.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
guys,
think Oiland can still play in the position. Doesn't just make the last point, and that's on like money. I think Oiland can definitely play in the nine. It's just that currently this body position is all wrong. Like the way he'll be standing, sometimes like it's fully facing instead of facing the goal, it's fully facing the other side of the pitch. And when it's supposed to be on the half turn, the way he's standing, so like the touch would be probably to go to the wrong side. So like definitely with the way this man plays, Amorim plays.
what are you
It's
going
going.
to say, Bon?
Yeah. The way Alvaro plays, it needs the strikers running, and Oilon definitely can run. So I think he definitely has a chance. It's Zex that is a bit tough for, but I think he can.
I feel like Zexi is the one that will actually play nine. Rashford will be on
you said that in the group
He
chat,
the
and
can't.
front, yeah, the
He can't.
front three.
everyone ignored you
Listen,
Guys,
because
bro,
that
me,
is
I'm
let's
not.
try and move on from this
my own
topic quick.
perspective is different. You people will listen to it by force. Zexi will play the nine along with Rashford and this guy. What's the other guy? Garnacho will actually start in the front three also. But the winger that will be the fullback is going to be, what's this guy? The one that's your best player right now. What's his name again?
Bruno.
No. The
Hello.
winger. Yeah, no, the winger.
I'm mad.
Um,
That Ahmad. Yeah, Ahmad is one that will play. the wing
I
back
mean,
position.
Well,
So
I think Ahmad
basically
can do
those
it.
four attackers are the ones that will play.
anyway, we're all speculating anyway. No one is sure about what's going to happen. But just before we completely move on from United, Waji, you're the non-United fan here. So make it quick. What is your perspective on the signing? How do you think it's going to go for Amorim and United?
Good coach, shit players. We need 2, 3 seasons. I'll probably give if Man you have patience, it will end up being a very good signing. If you don't have patience, they'll probably chase him out in like 1.5 seasons. So you probably spend like a year and a half if they don't have patience. But if they have patience with him and he actually is allowed to bring in his own players, but the problem is offloading the old players there. So yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking is going to be.
Fair enough. Well, my own opinion is I've seen United fans get excited for every single manager that's coming in the last few years.
And
And
we will continue to
if
get
I
excited.
was if I was you guys, I would not jump the gun. All I can say based off what I know of these guys, he has a good setup, and I think he likes a rebuilding project, and I think he needs patience. I definitely think he has more to offer than Ten Hag, but I don't think I don't. Let me. I'm sound like a United fan now, but if I was a United fan, I would not be pushing for this guy to win the title. I'll be more patient with him. That's all I can say because if you're more patient with him, he's going to build his squad the same way with what Arteta do it. Not
We don't
every,
want to what Teta is doing.
Sorry, you are not ready.
We
but
don't
That's
want.
anyway,
literally
Thank
a
you.
rebuilding project. There's no
Thank
rebuilding
you.
project that jumps from the bottom to the top.
Thank you very much. We
unless
don't
you're
want.
City and you
Um, and you spend 600 million and offload people
I
on
mean, they
We will
can.
tournaments.
It's
spend.
United. They
We
can.
will spend whatever
I
amount we need
mean,
to
But
spend.
anyway,
go spend 600.
that is the end of the United topic. Let's move on. Next we are going to talk about Liverpool.
Ew.
I mean, I'll be honest here. I'm a very honest person. With Liverpool, I'm not like you guys. I don't get excited. I'm still not convinced on Klopp. Like I'm not
On Klopp.
No,
uh, I
Hmm.
miss my daddy. I'm still not convinced on Slot. Like, I mean, he's a good manager, obviously. The only thing I can say I am very convinced on him is he knows the
Should
flaws
I,
of his setup.
wait, before you start, should I explain why you're not convinced?
Why?
You probably say I'm wrong. You're already used to the fast tempo, high intensity Liverpool flying up and down, creating 10 chances within 2 minutes, rather than a coach that wants to teach possession and is you can obviously see during the matches that he's actually like obviously coaching them, telling them to settle down, be patient with it when he wants them to take more risk. But you're not used to see Trent gets the ball. The first thing he wants to do is long pass, and everybody's like, Baba, calm down. Let us build up play. Let us move. Let's please. You know, we play side to side until Salah is in a lot of space with and somebody with space behind where we can Van Dijk can easily and then send the long ball. Then he traps the ball. He can face the defender. There's a lot of space behind. Or we pass left and right until Diaz also has that much space. We're used to whether there's space or not, just do the long pass. Let's just try and break in between ball. You're used to that. So now you're seeing them actually just passing left and right until we have that space. And now you don't want them to do the left and right thing, basically.
I mean, that was a good take, but you're wrong. I'm not. I'm fine. I'm fine with the boring football, to be honest. I mean, I've tweeted after some games that was boring. Like slots game, I've admitted, I've accepted that slots ball is boring. It's boring to watch. So I'm no longer looking for that. I'm looking for intensity. We start the game with most of the games anyway. We started with a mid block. We give the opposite team possession. We want them to attack us so that we can then win the ball and counter them. That's not Liverpool. Like, I mean,
Should
okay,
I counter it? Should I counter it?
okay.
He also said that every time the player and teams come to Liverpool, they change basically what they have previously been doing. So obviously we come expecting them to do this and they don't do it. It takes us like 10, 15 minutes to change our tactics, which happens
Nah,
every match.
nah.
See, this last match was when a team actually came to Anfield and played the exact same way they played, and we played from intensity in our last match from the start.
I've seen us press with the 4-1-4-1 shape twice, just
Yes,
twice.
that's when Jota was in the team.
Last week, and again, I'm sorry, against Aston Villa
Against
and
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen. Those are
And
the
do
only
you know
two
why
times
we were
I've
able to
seen
do
us.
it in Leverkusen? Because of who plays striker, Diaz. Nunes does not know how to do that pressing well, and we has noticed it.
That is the
Every
one
time
thing.
Nunes starts for us, Nunes does not know how to do the 4-1-4-1 press.
That's a lie.
Just
The
Nunes
one thing
runs
Nunes
towards,
doesn't know how to do is
Nunes chases
4-4-2.
every ball. Nunes presses everybody. He does not even wait for the trigger. He just goes and starts running. And then when he goes, there's spacing behind. So we have to organize based on how Nunes is running. But when Diaz played, you could see in the way that he pressed, it was like organized proper. You know when to go, you know when you're dropping back. But when it's Nunes, he just runs. When Jota was there too, we're also pressing better because Jota too could also read the pressing. But Nunes does not follow the pressing. He just presses everybody that gets the ball, and then everybody has to react based off that.
I mean, fair enough. Like the Nunes point, I never dipped it, but it makes sense. But at the same time, my point is, we Klopp here, even though I wanted it to be organized, we always imposed ourselves. We went into every game as we are Liverpool. Like we are bigger than you guys. Like we're not going to show you people any respect. But Slot is showing a lot of people respect. That's why Chelsea were able to hold the ball for a long period of time. That Arsenal game, there was no point. I mean, apart from the like 5 minute spell that Saka had with Robertson, where it was just embarrassing him. There was no point in that game where I thought Arsenal were actually good enough to beat us. Like I didn't see anything from them, but yet people came out of that game saying Arsenal dominated us because we gave them a lot of the ball. And I like even if a team is going to dominate us on possession, it's because they are way better than us in possession, not because we want to watch them and see what they are doing. And I hate that thing. We don't impose ourselves. If you watch City are always imposing themselves from the beginning of the game, whether they lose or they win. They will go there as the biggest team in the game, and that's what I want from my team. But at the
Yeah,
same
this
time,
is the same. This is the same thing I'm telling you that we're still getting used to the system. Because Bayern Leverkusen match, if you watched it, first half we did not impose ourselves. Second half we imposed ourselves. It's
and
like
that
during halftime, he actually talks to them that you guys should do this, do this, do this. Gives them instructions, then they actually do it. But in the beginning of the match, they are still getting used to do we chill small, do we go full on battle, do we go do. So I feel like we're still literally in that beginning stage. That's why I'm not getting carried away with the how many wins because I know that we're still in the phase where you're still actually learning how the coach wants you to play.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like the wins, the results are all good and everything, but I'm still, like I said, I'm saying I'm happy with the wins. Obviously, I'm happy with the more controlled style because that chaotic football killed us a lot, especially the end of last season.
Injuries,
I I
fatigue
I
used to
like
affect
the
us a lot.
idea. I like the direction we're going to, but am I convinced yet? No. Have we been getting good results? Yes. I feel like when we get to a certain period, I would then see and maybe convince myself, or maybe I'd say I was right about Slot anyway. But I'm happy with him. I don't like. Okay, I think I am convinced with the guy Slot. I'm just not convinced with the idea we have so far this season. But obviously, it could be the case of we're still getting used to his style. I like how he comes out of every game and actually be honest and say this team dominated us. We should have done this better. He says the flaws like when we press the 4-4-2, he's saying I know we shouldn't press with the mid block, but we want to see how the team will play. This team came with a different. Like I like how he's always mentioning the errors he makes or the team makes and how the other team comes out and tries to do things differently. And just from that alone, I know that this guy is actually willing to learn. He's not going to be stubborn like Klopp and play the same suicide football every single time. What about you guys? You ops? What do you guys
Bro,
think?
they just listen to us rant for like 15 minutes.
I mean, Liverpool are flying, so it's what's expected because I mean they have not the best team, but they have one of the best teams in the league, at least 1, 2, 3 before any other team
Were
can
you
get to
saying
them.
this at the end of last season when Klopp was leaving?
No, I still feel like Liverpool are the third best team in the league. Like when I was like, even when I spoke to people, I don't know if you guys, when I spoke to people about like several positions they got, I Liverpool for third. So the fact that they are first is a bit surprising. Yes, but I got them for like third. I didn't have United in top four. So like I thought we finished like fifth. Well, maybe Mr. Ten Hag started. But anyway, uh, I think they have a good chance to win the league. Definitely. Now is how they can proceed. If January comes and your board do not like support this guy, I think then there's a problem. Because I think that the players that you have are good enough to definitely win it. But like if Gravenberch gets injured now, Endo is the next replacement. So it's not the same thing. So they need to,
We
I feel
the
like they need
team
like if by January Arne Slot is at top of the league, like they would need to like support him to be able to like be sure that yes, this guy can go all the way. Definitely in terms of the tactics, like there are things that people talk about in terms of like the midfield might be open sometimes. But I've seen a couple games like the last Liverpool game. I don't know which game it was exactly. The one that Salah scored the finesse. What game was that? He came
Brighton.
in. It was,
Brighton, yeah,
Yeah.
was it Brighton?
Yeah.
I think it was Brighton. Yeah, what did he pass to him again? I can't remember. But
was
one
Jones.
in, it was Curtis Jones, yes, it was Brighton. Came in, bam. And Salah is on, oh my God, Salah is on fire this season. It's insane. It's insane how much he did. I just think like they need to support the guy, Sha, because if they don't, it's going to be, it might be tough because City, you never know, they are definitely still going to go on that run. City will definitely still go on that run. We don't know when it's going to be, but they'll definitely still go on that run. So you need to be very, it's just 2 points. It's not like it's a mad gap, despite them losing four in a row.
5 points.
It's 5 points, but yeah,
Oh,
we
five.
need two
Sorry, it
players
was
at
Arsenal I was
least.
thinking about.
No.
But 5 points, I mean, it's one game. It's just one loss and a draw. You're there.
And we're playing City in soon, so it can
Okay.
change to 2 points. So
Mm.
we need at least two players because we need another striker. Jota is so good, but then he's always injured, and
I,
then we
I think
need Grab and that
Don't you have
Zubimendi
Diaz,
guy.
Gakpo, and Nunes? Three of them
I,
can
I
Bro,
don't
score.
I don't
Nunes is
think
our only striker, but he does not want that guy. He does not want Nunes long
I think
term.
you need to be realistic. There's no way we're going into January and making all these signings you're saying we should sign. It's not possible. Liverpool don't even make signings in the summer. You think
Liverpool are not getting a striker, anyway, that was for
I
sure.
know we're not getting any attacker. If anything, maybe a midfielder, and I doubt the Liverpool I know we are going to go the whole of January being linked to people, chasing people, stalking people. We're not going to sign anybody. So I'm just going. That's why I'm not. I'm still saying it's a top four. I mean, obviously, saying it's a top four is kind of far fetched. We are definitely guaranteed to finish in the top four as it's going, but I don't think we are still, unless we are lucky with injuries. Unless Gravenberch, like people that we do not have proper replacements for, if they stay fit throughout the whole season, definitely title charge until the end. But if Gravenberch goes out, we do not have a direct replacement for him. I cannot watch Endo control the game for me. I'll just be crying every day. If Salah goes out too, we're in trouble. But if any of the other guys go out, I think we have like direct replacements for everyone in the team right now.
If
Even
Nunes
Van Dijk.
injures, Nunes should not even be our starter. But if he injures, that's Nunes and
Jota
Jota
is
done.
going to be back. Jota is back after this international break. So, like I said, everyone
Bro,
has direct replacements.
that guy will come back and go as he normally does, and he annoys me. But the
And
thing is, Jota is he always comes during like when you need him, like December to January period when you have a lot of matches. He's always there. But then towards like the
well,
March end of season, he will not decide to get injured
we've
again.
seen Diaz play as a striker. We've seen Gakpo play as a striker. Jota gets injured again, Nunes will probably be back from his own injury. So, I mean, I'm not worried about that position. Dennis, you've been quiet.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes it's good to allow the kids have fun. So, but basically, um, everybody knows that in a new relationship, there's always the honeymoon phase. Liverpool are having the honeymoon phase right now.
This is
Unfortunately,
this
it's
is the
going
best
perfectly
honeymoon
well.
phase ever in Premier League history. Hope you know.
Say that again.
This is the best honeymoon phase ever in Premier League history.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's always a first time for everything.
Only.
Liverpool
Yes,
are having their honeymoon
yes.
phase. Unfortunately for everyone, it's going so well. Um, I said in our group chat the other day, I don't really um make my full judgment, except I'm biased and I'm judging my team. I don't make a full judgment on a manager until I see how they get through a difficult phase as a club. I don't think Slot has dealt with that difficult
What is
period.
a difficult phase?
A difficult phase is like where wins are not coming or draws are not, or you're drawing games and you get
What
through
if
it, or
what
or
if
you're
it's like Pep and just wins all the time?
Pep has taken in his own what's the word, in his own judgment. he has taken his players through difficult phases. It's just like now, they're having a difficult phase in terms of Pep.
This is the first
Pep
time
has never
ever
lost.
that they are
Yeah,
losing.
but they've gone periods where they've lost 2 games back to back and then they drew
Yeah,
one.
that is a difficult phase for Pep.
That's what I'm saying. That in
Would you consider
Pep's
that a
context.
difficult phase for a United manager? Two losses.
So that's what I'm saying. Like for United manager, 2 losses in a row. If Amorim comes in 2 losses in a row, is not going to be like 2 losses in a row for Pep. It's not the same level.
Exactly.
Because that's what I'm trying to say, that Slot hasn't got into his difficult phase yet.
We lost to Nottingham Forest at Anfield.
That is not difficult. That's one game, and you guys bounce back. If he followed up,
that is a difficult phase. He did not lose. Immediately after that loss, every press conference is always reminding them about the Nottingham Forest. He does not want that to repeat itself again. He's not the type of manager that will settle for 3 games before he tries to fix a problem.
Which was our problem with Klopp.
Exactly.
My judgment about Liverpool, and obviously you guys will not agree, is that you have the players. You have very, very good players at the moment. I've watched almost
in
all
our
the
United Liverpool combined. You had only 2 Liverpool players in. Now we have good players.
Let me finish. You guys have the quality of players. At the moment, there's nobody that is on Salah's level. Gravenberg, I don't know what he is, but he's playing like he's a different kind of midfielder. You guys have players that it's just like the way Diaz came. I don't think Diaz ever scored a hat-trick in his life. He came in one game and he scored a hat-trick. You guys have players that are getting you results, in my opinion. I'm going to take my time to judge Slot, but as a hater, I hope he doesn't continue with the good run. But obviously, at the moment, you have to commend to him. It doesn't matter. Like, personally, I told you guys, obviously, performances lead to good results, but I mostly focus on the results because that's what we're here to do. We're here to win games, no matter how. It'll be nice to entertain, but everyone is here to win, no matter how you do it. So as good as getting results, I'll say so far is a 9 out of 10, apart from Nottingham Forest game at Anfield, which you shouldn't be losing. But so far, 9 out of 10. And hopefully it doesn't go as it's planned. I want to see how he plays with certain people not being in the team, because I think Salah has played all your games. People like Van Dijk have played all your games.
Yes, rested Salah.
We've seen cup games. We've seen
no. That's Cup games against championship teams or a team like Brighton, or was it not Brighton?
Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton. Yeah, but it's that wasn't Brighton's starting 11. That was in Brighton's starting team.
Neither was it our starting 11. But anyway,
so that's what
it was.
The thing is,
tactical.
The thing is, any big match, Salah is always going to start.
No, I'm not even talking about big matches. I'm just talking about like a period where obviously I don't wish injury on any. Actually, that's a lie. I do wish injury on players, but I want to see Salah get to like an injured period. Obviously, Alisson has been injured and Keller is coming, which is very surprising because usually when Alisson goes, it's usually a bad sign for Liverpool because sometimes they start conceding goals. And that's not saying Keller has not done very well for you guys. Also, as well, Jota has been injured and somehow it has not affected you guys. In terms of your midfield, again, I am surprised at how that midfield is performing because you have Curtis Jones. Okay, you have Curtis Jones play well. You have Gravenberg, who was basically not a good signing for Klopp last season. You have him also playing exceptionally well. McAllister is being McAllister. Szoboszlai kind of getting to the team at the moment. So I'm really surprised how that is still going well for you guys.
Why are you scared to give credit to the manager who is bringing out the best in these players?
I will never give credit to any Liverpool. Anything related to Liverpool, but anyway, that's not the point. But again, I can't give a judgment on Klopp at the moment. I mean, on Slot at the moment. All I'm gonna say is that it's been great, and as a Liverpool fan, you guys should enjoy it while it lasts. Because you know what, Amorim is here.
Don't Slot that he doesn't have no chains until he plays Madrid and breaks your curse. That's the deciding factor. If he cannot beat Madrid, then he cannot do anything in your team.
I think everybody would love to play Madrid right now.
Even Klopp did not beat Madrid, and we still want titles.
Is it called
Wait. Why did you say titles with plural?
What titles now?
Okay, like competitions. You want
Yes,
competitions,
yes,
But
not
Madrid
league
in the
yes.
titles.
Premier
Okay.
League. I don't get
Oh
it.
no, no,
Yes, that's what,
I just wanted to
as
be
But
sure.
long as
Anyway,
as long as somebody else
but
removes Madrid, then we are good.
did you guys
me,
beat
even if Madrid
when you
comes
guys won
in,
your Champions League? Let me catch you, but when you guys won your Champions League trophy, you guys played
Yeah.
Madrid in that run.
no.
You didn't play Madrid
No,
in that run.
that's what
That's the
I'm
only
saying.
reason
As
why you
long
won
as
it.
somebody else removes
Yeah,
Madrid.
exactly. See, me, even if Madrid comes in with Mbappe on one leg and Vini has a bullet in his head, I still expect Madrid to win. Like I can't remember the last time Madrid actually outplayed us, but they always come out with the win. So that one is beyond football. It's just juju, and there's no debate. But anyway, that has been the end of the video. We talked about a lot actually, and I'm going to release the videos in sections. So this outro you probably see a lot of times. We talk about a lot of teams and their struggles, and yeah, can't wait for you guys to see everything. But like, comment, subscribe, share. You know, let us know what you think, and if we were wrong about a lot of things. I'm sure you disagree with a lot of things, especially the bias guys. But anyway, see you guys in the next videos.